everyone. Welcome back to the Round League for the Women's Final Four out here in Beaverton. Today we have Aunties PDX versus Still Got It. I'm one of your hosts, Julian, with my co-host Sam. Sam, how are you doing today?
Doing awesome, Julian. It's good to be back calling Round League semi-final action. We've got a cool matchup. Two teams who've seen each other here before, so I'm excited.
Yeah, we have.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable with how much technology is around me. There is no less than 3 laptops on this scores table right now, which is a lot to trust me with, but we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, we have Still Got It, who will be in white as our reigning Spring 2023 champions, competing against Aunties PDX, the Winter 2022 champions. And so, should be an action-packed game as we're about to get the tip-off.
Two teams that are familiar with seeing each other this time of year, either in the semifinals or the championship game. So there's certainly some familiarity between the two.
And here we're still getting some matchups, getting into the rhythm. Very short warm-up here. As we enter the Final Four, winning team goes on to the championship Wednesday, October 4th.
We've got Still Got It in the white and Aunties PDX in the red tonight.
We've got Erica Carlson down low in the post for Still Got It. Went to San Diego, but here we have number 2, Ashley Harris, bringing up the ball for Aunties PDX.
Both teams trying to get looks down low to start the game. It's a steal for China Finley, one of my favorite players to watch in the Round League. Played for Clark College up in Vancouver.
Ooh. Pulls. And that's the thing about the Round League. Very short warm-up period, so you'll see players getting warm in the first couple minutes of here, but I've liked to see both teams so far have been kind of working it inside and finding their shot on the outside.
Yeah, even some of these playoff games, when you only get 5-10 minutes to get shots up before you're tipping off, the first few possessions of these games are kind of like the rest of warm-ups. Still getting completely loose.
Oh, good wheel route there, and that's going to be number 32, Tanya Martin from Clark College.
Great cut by Martin. Nice job of moving off the ball, getting something at the rim.
Now is number 17, Janie Boss, looking for 3. Picks up the quick turnover, brings it back up court.
Carlson standing 6'4", getting the steal there. Definitely makes it difficult to score down low when you're playing against a player that tall.
Another hard take into the lane.
Again, bear with us as sometimes these roster sheets that we get don't always have corresponding numbers with the player they are supposed to represent. So we're getting it corrected as we go. Some of the things you fight through at this level of basketball.
And that's going to be, correction, number 32 tonight is going to be T. Anderson, who's been aggressive from the start.
Not at all afraid to get shots up.
Definitely a catalyst for Still Got It here, trying to hold up their end of repeating a championship.
Don't know that we have seen Anderson before, but I think he's taken about 90% of the shots for Still Got It thus far, has all 4 of their points.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be the Round League without obviously this being a very professional side basketball hobby at the moment, not being able to see all players at all times, but getting the mix in during the playoffs.
That's and one. Anderson's on pace to get up about 80 shots before this game is done.
Definitely been the catalyst. Getting to the line, getting a feel always helps out when you haven't had a whole lot of warm-up. Get a couple easy buckets, get your touch.
Anderson seems to have made better use of the pregame warm-up than most out here so far. She's got all 7 for Still Got It.
And here we go. That's going to be number 12, Taylor Wooten from Drexel. That's 6
Big
feet.
shot by Wooten.
I will say, Sam, one thing that stands out tonight is 3 refs on the court.
Yeah, it's nice to see, you know, a bigger game, a little bit higher magnitude, this being the semifinal. So it's great to see a 3-man crew out here. Shout outs to our round league officials. A very, very difficult level of basketball to officiate. You got to deal with a lot.
Strong take from Janie Bowes, but Carlson, the rebound, up to no one else besides T. Anderson.
T. Anderson. Tanya Martin with the steal and the lead ahead for the Anderson bucket there. She does a nice job of doing things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet. Trying to sound as uncliche as possible. It's difficult to do so at times.
And a nice 14-footer there from Ashley Houts. Number 2 tonight, normally number 5.
There's Finley again. Rebound down low for Carlson.
Houts comes up with the rebound. Wooten pushes up court, finds the trailing Houts. Another mid-range, good board there. For number 11, Dalila.
With some brief delay to this game getting started as Dalila had to finish getting registered. There's Anderson again. I've already lost count of how many buckets she's gotten, Julian. She's got 12 all. Okay, it is all 12. She literally does have all points for still got it thus far.
Janie Boss being strong down low to get a bucket for Annie's PDX.
Janie Boss out of Boise State averages 8 rebounds a game, using her size advantage against Finley there.
Nice inside play there.
Nice high-low action. Good entry pass from Carlson.
That was Lindsey Gregg with the fading hook there.
It's Dalila again. Work through her in the post.
And a board for number 3, Megan Hughes. Andy's PDX really working the boards.
Yeah, despite not having a big height advantage at any one position, they've given themselves multiple looks this trip. We've got our first subs of the game here.
Here we have Sarah Sorbo and Lindsey Gregg.
Rebound for Anderson. We know what she's looking to do with it as soon as she crosses half court.
You'd have to ask if it's Anderson time with her playing with the Apple Watch on.
Seems like that would be against some kind of rule, but I'm not going to fault her for it. When you score your team's first 12 points, you can wear an Apple Watch out there.
Ooh,
speed from Sorbo.
Ashley Hughes with the bucket.
We've already seen in this game a couple of instances of people moving without the ball really well. Finley says get off. Gave maybe a little nudge, but that plays out here.
As you can see, the pace has started to pick up a little bit here as we have about 17 and a half minutes to go in the first 2 running halves in the Round League Final 4. Winners go on to play Wednesday, October 4th.
Once again, trying to attack Finley in the post, but she gets her hand in there and gets the steal.
Ooh, nice little floater from Ashley Corral there.
Yeah, so some of Anderson's teammates starting to get involved, some of the scoring starting to be a little more spread out.
We're starting to see Taylor Wooten play a little bit of bully ball down in the post with the size mismatch.
Trying to exploit that mismatch against Finley with Wooten every single time down, even though Finley did manage the steal last time. Gives the foul here.
And here we have subbing in number 17, Michaela Pinn.
Good minutes for Megan Kircher, a couple buckets at the low post.
Here we go, we see the ball running through Tanya Martin, number 22.
Martin getting him right into a set.
Ooh. Looks like a double dribble on the play, but a good finish.
Hey, he finally called it.
That's it. First time we've seen the officials get chided tonight. It will certainly not be the last.
And it's not hard to find them with 3 on the court today.
Yeah, you got your pick of them.
Woo! Ashley Houts from downtown.
Ashley House has been huge for Aunties PDX early, helping them get through a little bit of a slow start offensively. Anderson hasn't gotten a shot in a while. Right on you.
In rhythm, splats.
It's hard not to be jealous of the game that T. Anderson is playing so far tonight. 15 points already. Nice rebound for Finley there across the foul.
And we have a sub at number 34, Erica Carlson, and number 11, Delilah Brent.
Delilah Brent probably won't be on the bench very long if Carlson's in the game for Still Got It, one of the only players that comes close to matching her size down low.
Ooh.
Step back. Is it a heat check when you hit 6 of them already? Or is it just time that it's a good shot now?
Yeah, as they say in NBA Jam, she's on fire.
This is going up too. 18, yeah.
Ashley Houts
Anderson
gets
getting
it
it done
poked
on
away.
defense too with the poke away up ahead of the pack. Make it 20. Martin gets another assist. He's assisted on a couple of runouts for Anderson Buckouts off of Aunties PDX turnovers.
Delilah Brent gets the pump fake through.
Brent looking for some contact on the reach in there.
Kristen Wright to the rack.
Aunties PDX, understandably, getting a little frustrated with some of these 50-50 calls.
We'll say Still Got It has been able to get to the line relatively easily.
How many she got?
3 fouls for Taylor Wooten subbing out here for Annie's PDX.
It's a big call. Wooten at Drexel University. He's been a source of offense in the post for Aunties PDX.
Ashley Crowell can't get the free throw to
On
fall.
the bench, someone's going to have to pick up the slack and fouls. Nice dump off there.
Ooh.
Carlson with the swat.
It's a nice no look from Megan Hughes there. Couldn't get it to convert.
Carlson does a great job of playing with her hands straight up. At that height, you don't need to lunge.
Number 7, Lindsey Gregg with a nice finish there. And I think we almost found a structured inbounds play for the round league.
Very refreshing to see. It's always impressive to see the round league teams have the chemistry to have some set out of bounds plays. Nothing overly complicated, just to dive in the rim for Gregg against the end one. That's 2 fouls, I believe, now on Finley. We've got Martin bringing the ball up the floor right now.
Still Got It looking to find a little bit of offense with T. Anderson on the bench, taking a quick breather.
Getting another offensive rebound taking of her 6'4", taking advantage of her 6'4" frame.
China Finley on the drive and kick to Carlson in the corner for 2, the long 2.
That was great defense, that trip by Aunties PDX. That's a tough basket to swallow when you force a miss, force a second tough shot, and it goes. Sorbo with the no-look didn't work there.
Finley with the Euro over to Corral in the corner. Gets that one to fall.
Still Got It, showing why they're the #1 seed in this postseason. Timeout Aunties PDX.
And it seems that we're seeing Still Got It has got the offense rolling today as Annie's PDX is just trying to find the right pace.
Yeah. Still got it, been able to create a few turnovers, which has led to some easy shots. It's really seemed to have gotten them going. 33 points in about 12 minutes, so on pace for quite the final tally.
And if you're tuning in at home or at a bar, make sure to follow the Round League on Instagram. Getting stats, highlight videos, photos.
And if you're tuning in at a bar, get us on one of the TVs. Get the bartenders to get the sound on. Let's get a Round League takeover throughout Portland. This is the basketball the real hoop heads need to know about. I say it all the time.
Annie's PDX with the inbound. Annie's PDX has number 3, Megan Hughes in. Number 2, Ashley Houts. Number 7, Lindsey Gregg. 11, Dalila Brent. And 6, Sarah Sorbo.
Lindsey Gregg with the swat on the 3 attempt out of the timeout, then gets a quick offensive rebound.
Again, still got it. Able to draw the foul, put themselves in foul trouble, potentially get to the line a little bit later on in the second half.
They had the 6'4" Carlson again, just too much size for Aunties PDX right now. Here's Gregg with the fall away. Gets the almost got a kind roll.
I'm going to blame that on the rim.
We haven't talked about the slightly crooked rim at that end of the floor yet this evening. It hasn't hampered. Still got it a ton, obviously, with already 33 points, but may have played a factor in that last mix. There's another turnover off a deflected pass.
To another turnover on the travel, looking for the cherry pick.
The travel. 10 minutes to go first half.
And again,
PDX used a timeout a minute ago, trying to go on a bit of a run here.
Still got it in white with China Finley and number 7, Megan Krishner. Number 10, Ashley Corral. 34, Erica Carlson. And 22, Tanya Martin. With their leading scorer, T. Anderson on the bench.
Once again, still got it, turns a stop into a fast break and a lay-in for Martin on the 2-on-1. Finley got the assist there.
And Annie's PDX finds himself in a little bit of dangerous territory as we get a little 3D on the sidelines.
Action getting a little too close to all the technology in front of us here. But a nice bucket for Ashley Corral in transition. Doing some talking with the scores table, making sure the stat keeper's got that bucket.
Dalila Brent with a hard take to the rim. Appears to go off her knee. T. Anderson in for number 22, Tanya Martin.
Still got it, doing a really good job of getting their hand on the basketball on these drives without getting called for reach-in fouls. It's not easy to do. Gregg again in the post, can't finish that time.
Annie's PDX looking to find a little bit of offensive rhythm here as they find themselves in dangerous territory, almost down 20.
Yeah, since that Aunties PDX, both teams have cooled off a bit. Even T. Anderson finally missing one. Again, turnovers continuing to be the biggest issue for Aunties PDX so far tonight.
And here we have a timeout from Still Got It, potentially facing a little bit of fatigue again, as we mentioned. Just tough not getting a long warm-up, so you might out-sprint a little early on, get a little tired, especially as you're pushing the pace to be up 20 points for Still Got It.
Yeah, especially in the first half. These timeouts when your head certainly aren't always for strategic reasons so much. Just getting a quick blow, quick 60 seconds. Nobody has a ton of subs on their bench.
And this, again, is the Round League Final Four. This is game 1. We have another game coming up after this between Narps and Flavortown.
Flavortown we are certainly familiar with. Heavy Willamette University influence to Flavortown. Narps will be a new look for us, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm excited for game 2 as well.
And we are at the Round League today giving away a Wilson Evolution ball for those in attendance. Pretty great value. Official NBA Wilson ball.
If I'm not mistaken, Anderson up to 21 now with that last three.
23.
Shout outs to our stat keepers. It's not a job I want or would be good at. Not that I'm good at the one that they've given me, but nonetheless.
Even though Still Got It may be a bit undersized, they're utilizing the switch very well tonight.
Yeah. I don't know how many steals that they've gotten that have led to runouts and easy layups, but it's a lot. Big reason they're up to 42 points already. The drought continues right now for Aunties PDX. Big shot by Houts.
There we go, Houts again.
She's hit a couple of those already. She's got a really nice looking stroke. The rondo.
Haven't seen that move in a while, but pulled off to perfection by the hot hand of T. Anderson.
That's going to make the Instagram page. Some of the buckets you've seen, you just know that's going on the gram.
Yeah.
That's going to be a repost.
Finley trying to find a little bit of rhythm here to help balance the Still Got It offense. Houts bringing the ball up for Annie's PDX.
If I'm on his PDX right now, I'm trying to get Howes as many looks as I can. That's a nice drive. Draws the foul on Finley. That's going to be 3, I believe, on Finley.
Maybe this is the break Annie's PDX needs to get a couple free throws, slow it down, get some composure, and go on a little run themselves, as Still Got It finds themselves in a little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah, 44-22. If you could whittle it down to even around 15 going into halftime, I think you feel good about where you're at if you're on his PDX with a little momentum on your side. And again, in the round league, a comeback is always possible. No lead is insurmountable, as we've seen calling these games before. A little corner action, a beautiful set play there leads to the Finley catch and shoot, in and out. Some of the more beautiful set offense that we've seen tonight, though.
Multiple touches. Jenny Boss looks for the threes. Gets a hard cut. Sarah Sorbo.
Anderson, the hot hand tonight. Let T cook. Maybe could have given her a whistle there. Greg earns it, though, on the putback. Second chance opportunities continuing to be huge for Still Got It.
And we have Megan Krischer at the line from Sacramento State, 6'4", averaging about 18 points a game and 9 rebounds.
And they certainly look for her as often as they can. Try to get her the ball with her back to the basket in the low post, and it's been very effective tonight, obviously. Makes it both free throws.
And the tough thing for Annie's PDX tonight in this matchup is Still Got It's been relatively efficient around the bucket. Not a lot of margin for error for Annie's PDX, who just can't get it to fall quite yet.
That House open, missed her though. Great find underneath, just can't finish.
We've seen a few good looks from Megan Hughes tonight, but again, the story of Annie's PDX just struggling to see the ball go through the net.
And Still Got It keeping their foot on the gas. They are trying to push every single time. Make this a track meet as much as they can. See if Sorbo can slow down Anderson. He's got 23 points this half. It's the foul there.
Tough task for Sorbo to try to slow down T. Anderson.
I think this is going to put Still Got It in the bonus for the last 3.5 minutes of this half or so. They'll get Carlson back in. Finish this first half out.
And here we are at 1-on-1 with 3.5 minutes left to go in the first.
Anderson misses the front end there. She hasn't missed many, but again, another offensive rebound for Still Got It.
Again, Still Got It playing a lot of inside out to open up the floor. Hout's looking to get off to a quick start here.
Big rebound for Lindsey Gregg there, finally clearing a stop for Aunties PDX.
Hughes gets another look, just short.
Give it to T. There we go. Do it then. Give it to T on the way.
Anderson going to her left hand with the finish. T. Anderson scoring watch up to 25, if I'm not mistaken. I probably am, though. I can't keep up with it. It's just so many buckets.
Tanya Martin commits the foul, number 17. Janie Boss gets the line. Janie's had a few good looks. Hopefully this will give some touch moving forward. Sam, I will have to say my shoes of the game go to Lindsey Gregg and Erica Carlson right now. Nice little Easter colorways of the Adidas
They do
Lillard,
pop, don't they?
Yeah, and a Nike GT maybe.
Shoe of the game, it's always up for debate. There's a lot of heat out here, but I think I would have to agree with your assessment on these ones.
Carlson looks to find Anderson in the corner. Gets a quick first step.
By Sorbo. Again, finishes with the left hand.
And that's 30.
And that's 30 first half points. I don't think she's going to be slowing down anytime soon. Get yourself up to 30 and have a nice lead. That's when you just try to eat. Not that I know from personal experience at all. Carlson pretty automatic from the mid-range. She's hit a couple of those that have been money.
And at halftime, we'll try to find out what the women's playoff single-game scoring record is and where T. Anderson's pace puts her.
I'd imagine it's more than 30, but I'd also guess that T. Anderson has a chance to catch it, whatever it is, before the end of the night. 62, so she's right on pace for it. Maybe we'll make sure she's aware of that at halftime.
Houts gets a good look, gets it to fall.
That's at least her third three of the first half. She's played well for Aunties PDX. I like her game.
Has yet to sit, I believe.
Been out there the whole time. But Henderson again, pretty much halfway to postseason single-game round league scoring record. This is there.
Houts with a nice assist. It's on a little bit of a streak here to close out the half.
Megan Hughes with the jumper there, followed by a quick, still got a turnover. Got just about 18 seconds left in this first half. Aunties PDX will look for another bucket.
Try to bring it within.
Lindsey Gregg again from the mid-range.
Bring it back within 22.
Whoa!
Tanya Martin.
Everybody thought Martin had that one.
Good three-quarters court heave there as we approach halftime at the round league. Yeah, so we're seeing T. Anderson.
We going? Yeah, 29 points we've got for her officially. So one of the storylines maybe in the second half is Aunties PDX tries to free up Ashley House for a 3. She had 14 in that first half. Yeah, she had a nice start to this game before foul trouble took her out of it. Was a little frustrated, I think, not to get a whistle on that last drive. Good rebound for Greg. Anderson maybe finally cooling off a little bit. Missed that one.
And we are seeing a little bit more movement here from Annie's PDX, trying to get a little bit of an offensive flow to start this half.
It was a nice high-low feed there by Megan Hughes, just knocked away. Hughes off the inbound again. Just a little simple OB action. Gets a mid-range look. Hughes has hit a couple of those.
Yeah, and the shooter's mentality just continued to get good looks, even though they weren't necessarily falling the first half, but China Finley responds with her own 3.
Not the biggest first half that we've seen out of Finley, but we know she can go off at any moment. Dalila a little too strong with the left hand. And again, Finley leading the run out. Finds Anderson.
Rolls off the rim.
Nice rebound for Finley, who's maybe the smallest player on the floor, but a little too much with the no look.
And here for Annie's PDX, we have Houts, Dalila Brent, Taylor Wooten, Lindsey Gregg, and Megan Hughes. And for Still Got It, we have China Finley, Michaela Pinn, Megan Kirscher, and T. Anderson, and Tanya Martin.
We've been trying to get Dalila Reese going with the high-low action. She's posted up right now with Anderson there for the steal. Nice job to hit back by Wooten. Set with the foul call, but when the person shooting has 29 points, can't be that surprising. She's getting whistles.
Taylor Wooten is the fourth player tonight that was wearing the Apple Watch. We're very curious to see the statistics of these watches after the game, and that is Taylor Wooten's 4th foul.
Yeah, I don't know what that Apple Watch is tracking. Whatever it is, it's good right now. Give her 31 on the night. We've got a good 22 minutes of basketball left.
And if you're curious at home, the women's single game scoring record is 62.
So certainly in range as Wooten hit a nice jumper. Nice trip for Aunties PDX, followed by a quick, still got a turnover. That's the kind of exchange that Aunties is going to need to get back in this one. It's Wooten in the post again, drawing the foul on Martin.
You can see the competitive spirit coming out, getting a little bit more chippy in the second half as Taylor Wooten goes to the line. I'll have to give a runner-up for shoes of the game. I really like Dalila Brent's little red velvet is what I'm feeling on that.
A little more subtle, but a throwback, bit of a retro feel to it.
Wooten can't get him to fall.
Can't afford to be having empty trips at the free throw line right now if you're Aunties.
Finley in rhythm with her toes on the line for a long 2.
Like Anderson, when Finley's feeling it, that shot's a layup for her. Just off the little step back. Doesn't need to clean a whole lot of space.
And you're starting to see some of the glimpses of I Still Got It as your reigning spring league champs.
Nice put back there from Wooten. No Carlson in the game for Still Got It, so a little easier to get some extra looks on the offensive glass. Another quick turnover from Still Got It on the entry pass.
And here we see Sarah Sorbo and Janie Boss checking for Annie's PDX.
No, you're not. You really aren't.
Ashley Corral giving T. Anderson a rest. And Ashley Corral getting the challenge from the stat keepers to step her game personally up a little bit. We'll see if she responds.
That's money.
Houts again. The
17.
She's up to 17 points. I think that's her 4-3 of the night. Her shot has looked great. That's going up.
Finley's found rhythm.
Finley picking up where Anderson left off in the first half. She's on fire right now. Aunties trying to slow the pace down a little bit, trying to set up some kind of set.
And it is a tough call for Annie's PDX defense when Still Got It has 3 players averaging 20 or more this season. Hout's looking for another.
Using the screen from Greg, but defers to Wooten. She's got a size mismatch on Martin. Goes to Storbo instead.
And one gets it to fall.
It's a crafty
Is that counting?
and one for Sorbo. Flipped it from her hip just a little bit, but whatever works.
Looking to complete, turn it into a 22-point or 20-point ball game.
Still a lot of time left.
If you're just tuning in, Still Got It in white. Aunties PDX in red as we enter the second half of the women's Final Four.
Nice play by Janie Voss forcing the tie-up. The arrow is going to keep it with Still Got It, but a nice defensive play there to reach in without fouling.
There's Megan Kirscher with a nice mid-range too.
We've got her averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds a game out of Sacramento State. Also goes about 6'4". Howes is going crazy right now, up to 20 points, another second half 3.
Yeah.
Trying to keep Aunties PDX around.
Houts is so warm from 3 that she doesn't want to use her hot hand to high-five the coach as they miss on the sideline.
Trying to... With Kircher and Carlson both in, Still Got It's kind of got their Twin Towers look.
Sorbo can't get it to fall, but a rebound there by Wooten who gets the ball back.
Yeah, Wooten managing an O board with 2 6-4 posts in the game. There's another one for Greg.
Ooh, a little reminiscent
finish.
of a Dirk one-legged floater there.
We may be close to a Still Got It timeout. They've got Anderson on the bench right now. At least may need to get her back in. It's Corral with the miss. Rebound for Sorbo.
A 2-on-2 here. Pump fake off a hot hand.
Sorbo a little too much with the no look. Corral with the steal and the run out.
Corral
Not a big bucket for Still Got It to kind of halt this run a little bit.
Corral coming in averaging 29, 7, and 7. Good kick by Houts over to Boss.
Nice shot there by Janie Boss, who hasn't scored a ton tonight, just played well for Aunties PDX. Done a lot of good things at the defensive end. Matched up with players in the post. Have a few inches on her.
Kircher again with a nice turnaround, really owning the key tonight.
Yeah, they're playing through Kircher right now. She's had the last few baskets in the half court. Off of 1 foot again, not quite that time. Out of bounds. Ball knocked by Martin off of Sorbo's face. I have been there before. Tensions, I think we're seeing rise just a bit. Finley, I don't think it's hit rim here in the second half.
A few words and pleasantries have been exchanged between China Finley and Sarah Sorbo.
Tell your team, give you the ball and get out of the way.
Sorbo comes up a bit long there.
China Finley at halftime said, T. Anderson, you go ahead and take a break. I'll step in and hit 4 or 5 threes in 5 minutes. Anderson's going to replace her.
Little A little in between the bigs. Little dream shake from Kircher. Can't get it to fall.
Good defense in the low post there by Delilah Reese.
Inside. Again, if you are tuning in, make sure to follow the Round League on Instagram for post-game stats, highlights, and more as we're in the first game of the Final Four women's tonight. As after this, we have Narps versus Flavortown.
And it's turned into a bit of an overflow crowd here inside Round League headquarters out in beautiful Beaverton, Oregon. We're running out of seats for folks to use. Boss with the drive couldn't quite finish. Carlson fouled on the outlet pass.
And here we are already into foul territory. Yeah, and with it being the playoffs, the Round League is raffling off a Wilson Evolution in between games tonight.
Now, does being a commentator make you ineligible to win such prize? That's the question I have. It's a nice drive there and a lefty finish from Martin. But we're looking at a good $80 value for this brand new Wilson Evo.
There's
quite the opportunity. Howes finally misses one.
Off to the races for Anderson and Carroll.
Carlson with the O board. It's Martin's turn. Her three doesn't fall. Another chance for Still Got It.
2 offensive rebounds in this possession. Skip past to Anderson.
Nice play defensively from Sarah Sorbo. Guarding someone who's gone for about 31 points, but gets the charge there.
That's going to be Megan Hughes subbing in for Sarah Sorbo.
That's the shot that's fallen tonight quite a bit for Wooten. That's the dime of the night for Tanya Martin. She's got to be getting close to 10 assists. She's set up China Finley and T. Anderson for a ton of their baskets.
Yeah, if some of you are struggling with your fantasy football team, pick up Tanya Martin at quarterback with a beautiful Hail Mary there.
Yeah, giving guys like Baker Mayfield something to be jealous about on that last connection. That was Kevin Love-esque, the full court outlet.
Jenny Boss in the corner gets it to fall, and they call it a long 2. The Boss has not been shy, looking for the opportunity and starting to get it to fall. As Annie's PDX is trying to crawl their way back.
Boss gets the 3 and then a deflection for a turnover back to back.
In rhythm. Rebound by Wooten.
Wooten, despite, again, competing against 2 6'4" bigs, is been able to grab some offensive rebounds and get some putbacks. Aunties PDX creating another turnover there. Again, running out of time, but those are the kind of plays that might give them a chance to come back. Can't afford those. A little hezzy from Corral, but has it knocked off her leg by Howes.
Coral shows a good change of speed, but just gets away from her. Megan Hughes bringing the ball up the court. Finds a hot hand, Houts, who seems to have cooled off just a little bit in the second half of the second half.
That's the kind of look Aunties PDX is going to need to find, even if they don't fall.
Anderson showing great court vision with a great roll from Kircher there.
I don't know how many times she's found her teammates for bucket. It's been her doing most of the scoring, but gets the assist there. Got a tie-up. Still seeing plenty of intensity from Wooten and Aunties PDX, despite trailing by 22.
After the tie-up, Wooten checks her Apple Watch to make sure she got her steps in for the day. She's put up 10 points and 4 boards and 4 assists.
There's Anderson. Maybe the best look all night she's got.
House with a cross-court skip to find Dalila Brent underneath.
This way, job of using her body by Dalila Brent for the basket with the left hand. It'd be nice if Aunties PDX could get her going a little bit more.
Yeah. Aunties PDX here just trying to string together a few stops to get it within striking distance.
Hit one a minute ago.
Boss falls a little to the right there.
Still got it. Not content to pull up and use some clock.
Here we have it, 77-55. Still got it lead, still got it in white. Aunties PDX in red. Sam, what's been standing out to you this game?
Well, besides from the chippiness continuing to rise right in front of us, it's hard not to get caught up in it. But mostly the play of T. Anderson and China Finley, two of my favorite guards in this league. They've both been electric. You know, I think in the first half, turnovers really hurt Aunties. They've done a lot better job with that in the second, but just too much Finley and Anderson.
As mentioned, we have packed out the Roundley home
Yeah, this has got to be the most heavily attended Round League playoff game here at the headquarters. Certainly since the championship we called it Portland State University. One, of course, by in memory of Eddie Barnett. Shout-outs to those guys.
The second game is going to be standing room only.
Our next game is going to be crazy.
Here we have it. Houts bringing up the ball. Hughes, Greg, Brent, and Boss in for Aunties PDX. With Corral, Anderson, Finley, Greg, and Penn. Or Carlson and Penn in for Still Got It. Your spring 2023 reigning champs.
You know, we haven't talked a ton about the rim tonight, Julian. The infamous slightly crooked rim at the left end from our vantage point here at the Round League headquarters. But I think on a couple of these Lindsey Gregg mid-range attempts, it's cost her a bit.
Ooh, Megan Hughes gets a nice touch.
Yeah, Hughes has had a couple of nice buckets. That's the most impressive probably so far.
Brought it into 20 points.
Anderson misses on the runner, but another offensive rebound. Make it a second one. Carlson had Dalila boxed out pretty cleanly there. Gets the and one. 6'4". It's a lot to deal with.
Looking to convert here and keep that lead out of distance. Can't get it to fall. Looking for the backside lob there. Just a bit short.
We're going to say that one's staying with Aunties PDX. Officials conferring, and they're going to flip it, it looks like.
And our three officials on court have eyes everywhere.
Typically just a two-member officiating crew, but we've got three for these semifinals games.
Set the spin cycle there. T. Anderson misses.
Anderson's cooled off after the scorching first half she has. Still over 30 points for the game. A little too hot up pass there from Greg.
Looking for the cutting Dalila Brent as we have number 22, Tanya Martin, subbing in for T. Anderson here.
Not sure if we'll see Anderson again. About 6.5 minutes left. Still time for Aunties to make it interesting if they hurry. Carlson's been in the key a while. Gives a take foul there. A little bit.
Carlson picks up a foul, stops the flow. We get Sarah Sorbo checking in for Megan Hughes and Taylor Wooten for Delilah Brent.
Howes has been the hot hand for Aunties in the second half. They want to go to Greg in the post.
Jenny Boss with the hard take in there, continuing to fight through.
Yeah, Boss has played a nice game. That was nice big-to-big action.
Corral finally gets one to fall.
Corral holding the release for the scores table, making sure they saw it.
Sorbo cuts through to find Ashley Houts.
They haven't all led to baskets, but Sorbo's had a lot of nice passes on drives for her teammates.
Houts up to 22 points. Really been the lead emphasis for Annie's PDX.
Good fake and drive by Martin. Tanya Martin usually sets her teammates up, gets her own shot there.
Again, Wooten pulls. Tanya takes the drive. Corral for the heat check.
Thought that one was going as well, but doesn't give up on the play, nearly gets her own rebound.
Rattles in and out. Again, a winner of this game going on to the championship.
Aunties PDX looking to push quickly. Carlson commits another reach-in foul. I think this is going to be a 1-and-1 for Sorbo now.
84-61. Still got it in the lead as Sorbo misses the 1-and-1 opportunity. And we keep talking about it, but it is standing room only going back into the lobby at this point in time.
Yeah, the crowd has officially reached the point. This is starting to remind me of a big-time PIL showdown at a local high school.
Wooten with a good take there. Wooten up to 12 points. Martin finds the cutting pin, can't get it to fall.
Aunties has just needed one more consistent scoring threat in addition to House, who's up to 22.
Here we have checking back in for Still Got It. Number 7, Megan Critcher.
Who's also been excellent tonight. They free up House. Passes up the 3, though.
Down to Boss, who's been looking for a shot all night.
Sorry, it's not my fault she played ass this time.
Wooten over to Greg for 3. Bit short, but Wooten follows, gets the 2.
Wooten, as she has all night, crashing the glass offensively on misses and turning it into layups. Miscommunication defensively there for Aunties.
Caught
Fatigue
sleeping.
maybe becoming a factor. Not a lot of time left in this one.
In between foul trouble and just the pace that Still Got It's been playing with, it's made it a little bit difficult for Annie's PDX to find their offensive rhythm.
Wooten once again with the O board. See if Boss can knock that 3 down.
Can't get it to fall. Greg's with the follow-up too. 86-67, 2 minutes to go here in our first game of the women's Final Four.
Carlson just playing bully ball there. Moving Wooten out of the way. Upset with the lack of a whistle, but that's just too much strength in the low post from Erica Carlson out of University of San Diego, showing why she averages a double-double.
We're calling, I think they called a continuation on that for the and 1 for Wooten. Got a minute 20 left here.
They get T. Anderson back in the game, see if she can't pad her stats, add to her totals just a little bit more.
Up to Martin.
Martin loves the fake and drive.
Long 2 for Pritchard. Can't get it to fall. Sub 1 minute here. Still got it. Looking to. We got a technical foul here with sub 1 minute. We're going to have.
Once again, shout out to the Round League officials for dealing with what they have to. It's a very challenging league to call.
Gets it to fall.
We want to make sure they feel appreciated too.
Hout's up to 23. Can't get the second to fall. Running clock here as.
You wonder what is worth picking up a technical with less than a minute left in a game. You lead by 20, but must have been worth making the point clear.
Wooten gets it to fall. Puts
From
Wooten
Dame
up to,
range.
To 20. A silent 20. Gets it to fall. And there you have it. Your winners moving on to the championship here. Still got it. 88. Aunties PDX. 74 to close out our first game of the Women's Final Four.